Hello and welcome to an intermediate legs and core routine for flat bench style Bowflexes. If you're going to be joining me, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button. And my name is Eric and I'll be working out here on a Bowflex PR1000, but you can do this routine on any flat bench style Bowflex that has this leg extension attachment here, and that's where we're going to be starting today. So if you want to, you can start running your cables to your leg extension, but wait to rack up your resistance. So we're going to need one piece of gear here today, and that is just going to be a yoga mat or something if you're on a hard floor like I am, because we're going to be lying down on the ground doing some leg pulls to crunch, and that's going to be one of our ab exercises. The other is going to be some sit-ups where we're lying down on the bench, and I'll have an alternate lift for those that don't like doing sit-ups on this machine. So for legs, we're going to be doing this leg extension. We're going to do some squats, some hip extension, and then also some hip adduction. So we've got 6 different lifts in total that we'll be doing 4 times each for a total of 24 sets. And each of those sets we're going to do 4 times in a row for the exercise. So you can adjust the weight setting for each exercise, or you can just follow along with me. I'm going to have 2 recommended weight settings and an array of different weights that you can use based on your strength level. So all of this is going to be counted down on this clock right behind me here. We're going to have work intervals of 30 seconds and then rest intervals of either 20 or 30 seconds depending on the lift. All you have to do is just follow along with me. All of this is going to be really easy to follow. There'll be little previews of the lifts as we go, and this clock here is just going to count everything down. It's all programmed in. So I hope you join me for this routine. I hope you have a good time, and now let's get into the warm-up. All right, let's start getting loose with a little jogging in place, or you can do some high knees if that's more your jam. And I'll be jogging here for about 60 seconds. And while I'm jogging here, let's get little previews of the lifts up on the screen here. And the first lift we're going to be doing is a leg extension. So again, we're going to be doing 4 sets in a row, and our next exercise will be squats, where we'll do 4 in a row. We're going to do some hip adduction, where we bring the weight in towards our body. We're going to do some sit-ups with an alternate move of a pullover crunch. Some hip extension. And then finally, some leg pulls to crunch. All right, so let's start winding that jog down, and we're going to move into some saucers. So for this, pretend your nose is at the center of a spiral, and slowly bring it out wider and wider, and loosen up that neck. Do a couple full spins. And now let's change direction and bring it in. All right, nice. So our next move is going to be a lunge. We're going to do this by stepping out in front of us. And I like bringing my arms up in the air, but if you need to, you can keep your hands on the ground here. And we're going to hold this for another 5, 4, 3, 2. And as we do this, drop your outside arm and then reach up. And now we're going to twist and open up our chest. Now let's hold this for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go back to a standing position. Now we're going to switch legs. So lunge, and then reach up, or brace yourself on the ground here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and now we're going to reach down and open up our chest for 3, 2, and 1. All right, nice. So next exercise here, we are going to do some knee pulls. So you might need to hold on to your machine, and we're just going to be pulling our knee up towards kind of our chest. And if you want to, you can even roll your ankles, loosen up those. Now let's switch sides here. We're just trying to, loosen up our glutes, our quads, basically everything in our thighs here. All right, so now we're going to do some leg pulls again on one leg, except we're going to bring our really stretch out our quads here. And now let's switch sides. We're going to hold it for about 10 seconds. All right, now let's spread our legs out wide, and then let's just do a forward fold and touch the ground here and hold it. Feel the nice stretch in your inner legs here, and then also kind of in your lower back. And we're just going to hold this until the timer ticks out. All right, nice. Okay, so let's start racking up our weight here. I've got a few different recommended weight settings. For a heavy weight setting, I would start at 80 pounds of resistance on each side. Now you can add more weight after each set. I'm going to be starting out with just a little bit more than that. For a medium weight setting, I go with 50 pounds of power rods on each side, and a lightweight setting, I would go with 30 on each side. Again, we're going to have plenty of opportunity to adjust our weight settings as we go. So let's get that all racked up. And I've got my cables running to my leg extensions here. And that, again, that's exactly where we're going to start things out in 30 seconds once this clock ticks down. So for leg extensions, you can either lean back and extend up, or you can sit straight up and extend. I kind of like leaning back a little bit. And the other thing I like doing is when I'm in this fully extended position, I like holding it for about a second or so and then slowly dropping the weight. So everybody, let's go. Let's extend those legs. I want you thinking about the weight setting here. Is this a good weight setting for you? Can you do more? Early on these, I always feel like my leg extension, I can do a lot more weight. But as you go 4 sets in a row, the difficulty really picks up, especially in the later sets. So don't jump to adjusting your weight setting just yet. All right, let's go extend. Again, slowly drop that weight, stay in control of it. All right, you should be feeling it now in your quads, and it should be kind of tough to complete that last set. If not, I would add a little bit more resistance here. All right, let's get in position. 2, 1, extend. Ten more seconds. You got this. All right, we got one more set of that. I need to kind of massage it out a bit here for just a moment. The moment's over though. Let's get in position. Last set of leg extension. Let's go. All right, here we go. We got a minute 15 where we need to re-rack our pulleys a little bit. First thing is remove your seat. We'll be just setting that aside for now. And you can leave the back half of your seat in position. And now I'm going to just switch over to normal handles. And I'm going to keep my weight setting the same. All right, for squats, these are kind of front squats here. And what we're going to be doing is you're going to basically bring this weight up to your shoulders in this curl, and then you're going to be dropping it down in a squat and then standing up. So what you want to do is almost sit down on this bar here, but don't do that all the way. And then you're going to stand up and then just repeat. So I have my legs a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Oh, and one other thing, don't bring your knees way in front of your toes here. You want to squat basically straight down. And so you want your shins almost pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Go as low as you can safely go. And as you do this lift more and more, you'll get more flexible and you can go lower. Okay, so you have 30 seconds of rest, and then we're going to run that back 3 more times. I've got a little bit longer of rest for squats because they really take it out of me. And so I just need a little bit longer rest here. All right, set number 2. Let's go. 30 seconds of work, you got this. All right, rest it up. Just jumping off camera there, make sure things are still recording. My camera has been turning off on me lately in these routines. And so this is my second time filming this workout, because last time I wasn't really filming. All right, let's go. All right, nice. Take a little breather. So I said second time filming this. That's not today. I don't think I could do this back to back in one day. It was a few days ago. So what you really want to do is take a little time off between working the same muscle group. Allow your body to rest and recover. And so that's what I've done here. All right, final set of squats. Come on. All right, short rest interval here. And what we're gonna be doing is, well, first thing is adjust your weight. Heavy weight setting, 60 pounds, maybe 50. medium 30 pounds, lightweight 20 pounds. So let's get our weight setting adjusted, and then let's put our bench back together here. All right, so we got that set up, and now we're gonna move into some hip adduction. And for this, what you're gonna do is take this handle, open it up, and shove your inner foot through. Slide to the end of our Bowflex, and now we're just gonna bring this weight in towards our midsection here. And I kind of need to brace myself on the leg extension attachment. Otherwise, I'm getting pulled too hard back to the tower. And the other thing is I have a slight bend in my knee as I do these. And you know, this hip adduction, and same with the hip extension, is really good for knee stabilization and knee strength. All right, so we got 20 seconds. Just stay in the same position. We're gonna do another set of that hip adduction, same leg, same position here. So just take it easy. And another thing too is I just kind of threw my cables from my leg extension down. You can start wrapping those up when you get a chance. For now though, we got to adduct. "15 more seconds, this should be getting tough." Nice, okay, 30 seconds. We're gonna just spin around on our Bowflex, and we're gonna switch sides here. Exact same exercise, except we're gonna be doing it on the other leg. So I mentioned kind of wrapping this up, getting this out of the way. I kind of like wrapping these cords up and then weaving them through, and that kind of keeps them out of the way when I'm doing my sit-ups. All right, so I'm a little behind here on my hip adduction, about 5 seconds. So if you find yourself behind, just work through the set for a couple seconds. This clock is just kind of programmed to go. And for me, there's no stop and no pause button here. And maybe you're like me with, you know, the workout up on the screen in your garage or something, and it's kind of hard to hit pause. So, you know, just join a few seconds late, work a few seconds too long, and you're fine. All right, let's go. Last set of hip adduction. Now after this, we're going to go into some sit-ups. And again, I'll have an alternate lift for that. All right, so a little rest interval here. I'm not taking a break though. I'm gonna go right into showing sit-ups. So the reason I wrapped up my leg extension cable is so now I can use that to kind of hold my feet in place as I do sit-ups just like this. Now, if sit-ups don't work very well on this machine for you, put your legs over the leg extension, and then what you're gonna do is raise those handles and then bring them down to your thighs and go into a crunch, just like that. For everybody else though, I want you doing sit-ups with me. All right, here we go. I want you thinking about this weight setting too. If you can't do this weight setting, drop the weights and just do it as a body weight sit up here. And then you can adjust between sets. All right, short rest interval. Again, adjust the weight as needed. Otherwise, we're getting right back into it. Grab those handles. Let's go. All right, I need to drop my weight just a little bit here so I can finish this out. All right, let's get back at it. And if you want to throw in a little change of pace here, when you're doing these, you can bring your elbow kind of across your body and touch your outer knee. Whew. One more set of sit-ups. You got this. I know you can. Now for sit-ups, I never like starting a routine out with sit-ups on this machine. And the reason for that is, for me at least, trying to hold my knees, kind of bent like this, kind of can be a little painful unless my body's warmed up. And so if you're feeling that pain and you come back to this workout again, do those pullover crunches. All right, so my camera cut. Promise you that I'm not cheating here. I'm actually going back and doing this again. So hip extensions, where we're gonna open up these handles here, and then we're gonna shove our our outer foot through our handle here. And then I like kind of bracing myself between this crossbar and the bench here. And now what I'm going to do is just extend that leg out here. And that's it. You can have a slight bend at your knee again. Just sit up firmly in place, straight up and down. And now let's extend that out. Here we go. Another 10 seconds. Let's go. All right, stay in place here. We're going to run that back and do one more hip extension on this side, and then we're going to spin around and do the other side. Whew. These are getting really tough for me. I added back my power rod that I took off when doing sit-ups. And we got another set here. This is set number 4 for me on the left side. Should be only your second. That would be the appropriate amount of hip extension to do. 2 on each side. Should be tough. I am really struggling here. Let's switch it up. We're going to now spin around, do the other side. Now, if you're stepping over your Bowflex, I want you to be careful, because after doing hip extensions, it's a lot harder to raise your legs up. So just be really deliberate as you step over your machine. And now let's get in position on the other side. Shove that leg through. We're extending here in 2, 1. Let's go. Normally, after doing these for the rest of the day, if I'm climbing some stairs or stepping over things, I get a little reminder. It's kind of a nice feeling. Hey, you got a good workout in today. All right, another break period, and then we're in our last set of hip extension. After this, then we're going to be pulling out that yoga mat, and we're going to be lying down on the ground, doing the leg pull to crunch. Now this is our last full leg exercise. The other one's more of a compound exercise where we're doing a crunch and a leg pull at the same time. Let's focus on finishing this one out though. You got 10 more seconds. Finish strong here. All right, unhook that attachment here, and now we're going to get our yoga mat in place. And we're going to be lying down on that. I think I need to adjust my camera down just a tad here though. Now what I like doing is I'm going to, again, kind of open up this handle, and I'm going to just put the top half of my foot through and then kind of tighten it around my shoe here. And now for this, I'm going to be pulling the weight up here. You get kind of a nice lower ab workout, and then you're going to be lifting up with this leg for a crunch or even a sit up here. And I want you doing as many sit-ups as you can. And if you can't do any more, I want you just lying flat, and then I want you to keep pulling that handle towards your midsection. All right, short rest period. We're going to switch feet here. All right, let's go. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, I want to tell you about a new offering I have with the channel, and that is memberships. Now, there's going to be a link in the description to a site called Ko-Fi, really short for Co-Finance, and that link will bring you to the page where there's a couple different membership offerings. All of those support the channel. I decided to go with Ko-Fi instead of the more popular Patreon just because fees are lower and more, contributions from the community would actually reach me. Let's go. And so I have a few different membership tiers. The first, it's only $3 a month, and that is going to get you access to a database of all the different workouts I have for these machines, and then also a workout journal. And that journal is going to be pretty cool. All you have to do at the end of a routine is comment below and use the hashtag. All right, last set coming up. But as I was saying, if you comment below, leave a hashtag, your journal is going to be automatically updated with your work for today. So the higher tiers offer workout programs. They'll help teach you how to progress through all the different routines. Enough about that though. Let's finish out strong. You got this. 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and finish. Excellent job for finishing. I am proud of you and your work today. Don't forget to remove those power rods from tension. And again, check out the links for the memberships, and also give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Comment below if you want it on your workout tracker, or just to say, you know, what you thought of the workout. Thank you again. And as always, be good to yourself and be good to others.